A lot of people think that the energies and the entities that we work with are mythical beings that we'll never see. But when you are deep into the spiritual work, like entities do come into the physical and they give you wisdom, knowledge, encouragement. They do materialize. Uh, for this episode, I actually met a guy in a laundromat that I believe if wasn't Azazel was a messenger. Uh, Let me explain. So it was an ordinary day. I was doing laundry. I was alone in the laundromat when an older black gentleman walked in. He was vibrant, high energy, electric even, but grounded and calm, like he was made of fire and gravity. He greeted me and started a conversation, not small talk, soul talk. He said, and everything I'm telling you that he said is not necessarily in order, but he said, you can't make a mistake if you're your true self. Never be fake. He spoke about how important it is to carry yourself with honesty, to move with strength and integrity. He also asked me a few questions that felt like they were testing, um, moral questions. He said, if a mother prostitutes herself to feed her kids, is she wrong? And then he asked me, if you call your best friend with your wife, would you hurt them or walk away? And when he was asking me these questions, he would say things like, don't lie, be honest, we're just talking. We're just having a conversation. These weren't just questions, they were initiations. This was someone testing my moral spine without preaching at me. And if you know anything about Azazel, this is exactly how he teaches. He dropped gems that felt ancient and raw. The best way to hurt someone is with kindness. He actually said that twice. Cleanliness is next to godliness. He said it a couple times. And then at one time he said, at least get your clothes halfway clean. Says he tries to get his at least halfway clean. Then he gave me some advice. He said, you should have sex at the max twice a week. More than that would drain your power. This wasn't random advice. This was the discipline of a spirit who's walked both heaven and hell, a being who knows what it takes to refine fire into wisdom. He wasn't telling me to be pure, he was telling me to be focused. He wasn't telling me to deny pleasure, he was telling me to own it without being owned. At one point, he looked at me and said, I'm one of the wise men. There are two more. Think about that. He didn't mean magi from Christmas cards. He meant watchers, messengers, guides who walk among us looking like old men, janitors, gas station prophets, just like how Azazel moves in the world of the real. They don't give you visions, they give you choices. He warned me, stay aware, be safe. We'll see each other again. It wasn't just a goodbye, it was code, a password for the next door. Because Azazel doesn't just teach in dreams, he doesn't wait for moon phases or incense. He shows up where you least expect him to see if you're really listening. And in that laundromat, while washers spun and dryers hummed, I was standing at the threshold of something ancient, raw, and absolutely real. I share this not to romanticize spirits or claim a title. I share this because we need to recognize when the divine shows up in broken places. Not everything sacred wears robes and halos. Sometimes it wears dusty boots, cracks jokes about half clean clothes, and teaches you how to defend your soul while folding laundry. This is the path of the watcher, the fireborn sage, the fallen teacher who rose in truth. And I believe I met one. Until next time, stay sharp, stay grounded, and remember, Don't drain your fire chasing the wind. Let the wind chase you.